This is Andre from Market Scripters, and we are looking at our double top, double bottom scripts today. Let's dive in and take a look. So this is what it's going to look like we're looking at the euro dollar, and we're on a daily chart. What it does is it's going to show you patterns that are happening in real time. And as it completes, it's going to change the way the pattern looks. If it's harder to see these, it could be that price is in front of the patterns. So go to these three dots, visual order, and bring to front. It's already that way, so it looks good. The patterns are going to change in real time as they complete. So here's an example of what it would look like when a pattern does complete. It just turns solid. You know, it's fairly simple, right? You see a dotted pattern, and then once it technically hits that neckline, which is for double top and double bottoms, when it's technically complete, then that's when this will turn solid. So green patterns are bullish and red patterns are bearish. Now let's look at what happens in real time, because that's what matters. You're sitting at your desk, you're watching these charts, and we want to know what happens in real time. So I'm going to go ahead and replay these starting from this pivot right here. So let's go ahead and play these one by one. There's that pivot. We drop down a little, and this is our first bar with this new pattern. So we're drawing it in real time. You can see that we're not at this point yet, but we think, you know, given the relation of these 2 points and other things, you know, this could be a double top pattern. 2 candles, or maybe not 2 candles, 3 candles later, this one completes. Everything turns solid, and you can see that this is when price has breached the neckline, has breached this, you know, B point. And so this could be your entry here. You could have entered a little bit before when we displayed this was a potential pattern, with a good stop loss if you're shorting, you know, with a good stop loss up there, and that could have been your entry. This could be your entry as well. We don't know how far it's going to go, but if we play this one out, we already know, and you can see the pattern stops updating at this point. We say this is it, it's completed. We're not going to, you know, try and keep drawing this line out for any reason, because that's the point where it's done. And now hitting play on this, the price would just continue to move as it would, and this pattern is done. So let's end that one, and let's find another one. Let's go to that bullish pattern that we saw. And there's rules that these have to match in order to be considered a pattern. Obviously, the price has to be within a certain range of each other. They have to be somewhat symmetrical. Let's take a look at this one in the replay. Let's start at this pivot again. Starting at that pivot low. Here you can see this one drew immediately on this candle, and immediately on the next one realized, nope, this high is out of range, and it's not a pattern we're going to keep drawing. We're not going to consider it anymore. So that's what that means. The more vertical this C to D leg is, the quicker the indicator realizes this is not a pattern that is likely to play out. So let's draw this one. We're going to go one at a time. And there we go. Interesting. So this one played out. This one was recognized at the moment at the same candle that it also completed. You know, if this candle wasn't as tall and only was around here, for example, this would have been a dotted pattern. And the size of the pattern, I'll show you this in the settings. The size of the pattern determines how quickly these things get recognized, and also how big they are. let's play this one out. So that would have had to have been your entry point. In this case, there was still some upside. Looks like we did a triple bottom there. And we kept going up. And I'll tell you one thing. So then this portion here, you know, you might say, well, this could have been a double bottom as well, right? This middle bottom and then the second one. Yes, it could have been. In according to our indicator, it's not going to pick that one up simply because this point here is lower than this point. So it's not going to necessarily consider that. But, you know, in your head, you can say, oh, well, this is essentially somewhat like a triple bottom. And so that could have been that entry. If this one failed, which obviously it did, right? We got some tweezer tops there as well. If this one fails, and then you see these tweezer bottoms down here forming this triple bottom as well, then that could be the you know, a second point for an entry. And if you enter down there, then that could have been a pretty nice move. It's still going up. All right, let's end that one. So pattern size. Let's take a look at the settings we have for this indicator. I'm going to zoom out so we can get as many in this window as we can. There goes my keyboard. Okay, so up here, I'm going to hit on the little gear icon next to our settings there. So we're currently looking for size 5. Now, changing the size simply states I want to look for bigger or smaller patterns. If I bring this down to 1, which is the minimum, you can see we get a bunch of patterns down here, but they're all a lot smaller. So these would be if you're on not necessarily on a smaller time frame, but looking for smaller size moves. So this one here, you know, could have been a good little move for, you know, we're on the daily chart, so maybe that's good for just a day or a couple days. This one here, you know, you could have written it out. What else have we got? The ones that have completed, and some will not complete but could still be a good move. In this case, this one might be an okay example of that, right? Price came a little bit lower, too far for our indicator to consider it a double bottom, but here there was, you know, a decent move up if you caught bottom and then closed that up there. So let's see if we can get some bigger patterns. So we were at 5 before. Let me bring it back up to, okay, we're at 6. Let's zoom out and see what we get. Let's go back to 5 now, because you can see, you know, even one change from 5 to 6, for example, look, all these patterns go away. So even one size difference can make even one size tick can make the difference in what gets shown and what doesn't get shown. One thing that you could also do is add this indicator to your chart multiple times. You know, have one that's on size 6. Whoops. Add another one that's, you know, let's say we have one on size 11. Right, looking for even bigger patterns. So again, we're looking at size. What are we looking at here? 11, right? Let's say we took this up, I don't know, 21. Let's see what we get. Okay, much bigger pattern. Should use this one, but for this shape, this pattern, it's not going to change things very much. And the higher we go, the less patterns we're going to get, right? There just aren't that many double tops and double bottoms of big sizes, right? So again, if we go back to, you know, 1, maybe call it 2, right? We're going to get more patterns. Like this was a nice one right here. This was a nice one there. So that's it, guys. That's a quick intro on how to use the double top, double bottom scanner indicator. My name is Andre from Market Scripters. Reach out anytime with any questions, please. You can find us on our website. Shoot us an email on TradingView, Market Scripters. I've also got a Discord channel. Feel free to come in, ask any questions, report any issues, feature requests. Right? What would you like this indicator to do? What other indicators would you like to see? I definitely like hearing from you guys and enjoy building tools for you guys to use. So reach out, please do, and I'll see you out there. Take care.